course, we need to head to the Menhir. If I've read the notes correctly, the ritual has the best chance of success if we perform it after nightfall. No time to lose. The sooner we start, the sooner we'll rid our lands of this Camelot scum. Now I need to prepare myself, but I'll be waiting for you by the Menhir after nightfall.
Always a pleasure. Good day.
Welcome. One day, she was... No. I envy you. Ah, if I only had access to bows like this when I was younger.
Nice to see you. You're not here. Oh, there are far. I'm bon.
Spare a coin for the hungry.
Nice to see you.
Oh, hello there.
It worked. I can hardly believe it. I mean, I hoped, of course, that the wisdom of my predecessors and our shared effort wouldn't fail, but you know how it is. Something could have gone wrong. Is everything all right? You don't look too well, eh? Hey?
So, it's done. The Minhir is alive once more. This changes everything. The people of Cornart will stay where they are.
I wouldn't be so sure. The weirdness continues to thicken, and the threat of the Red Death hasn't passed. Besides, I still have my orders, and they clearly state where your Mynheer belongs.
I know you have your orders, and I, as a lord, am bound by Camelot's law. But the moment of choice has come, and I stand with my people. I am the Lord of Cornart, not Camelot. I cannot simply command my subjects to abandon their land.
Of all times, you choose now to grow a moral backbone? Spare me. You are a lord, and it is your subjects' duty to do as you command. And if you defy Camelot, well, I don't think I need to tell you how that will end.
But that's where you're wrong, Dinholm. There is one thing even Camelot cannot dispute. Not if they wish to avoid a civil war that would break out if they defied their own laws.
What are you talking about? How exactly is Camelot defying its own laws?
I will lead an expedition to find the Holy Grail. Such is my will.
What? So you've really thought this through, haven't you? Well, if that is the will of the Lord of Cornart, then Camelot will have no choice but to acknowledge it. I'll report this to command. They're in for a surprise.
You heard what Dinholm said. Camelot won't dare touch the Minhir as long as I lead the expedition for the Holy Grail. Once again, I need your help, and I'm prepared to grant whatever you ask in return. People I can trust. Those prepared to share the burden of this quest for the Grail. I can't command anyone to join me. They must come of their own free will. Otherwise, the expedition is doomed to fail before it even begins. You see, here's where it gets interesting. I've turned Camelot's own ancient laws against them. no one can dissuade the seekers of the Holy Grail from their sacred mission. That means all orders are effectively halted until I return. With my shield, or on it. It also ensures the people of Kurnocht have the right to remain on their land until I'm back. Which, of course, means I don't have to return at all. I don't, but perhaps I should. A lord's worth is measured by the respect of his people. It is time I follow in the footsteps of my noble ancestors and do what must be done. If this holy mission can secure peace for my people, then I shall see it through. And if by some miracle we return with the legendary Grail, all the better. My word would become law, and the men here would remain untouched. By Camelot's own laws, I could even lay claim to the crown should I wish it, but I don't. My Kurnocht is enough for me. I would start by looking among the most trusted and eldest members of our community. Our priestess, Niante, possesses unparalleled talent in healing. Her presence would certainly be invaluable on such a journey. Then there's Urfa, a skilled blacksmith who was once a formidable warrior. If not for the strength of his muscles, the strength of his mind could prove useful. You might also speak with Maggot. Since the two of you have been through so much together, he may not be thrilled by the idea, but I believe his heart is still in the right place. A sense of purpose in what we're about to undertake. Now that the men here is reignited, it no longer matters whether we return with the Grail or not. The people will be safe and retain the right to stay on their land. Each of them must understand that this is about the fate of all Kurnocht. For some, it might even serve as a chance for a change in scenery. Approach them with kindness. They all have their demons, and I doubt they'll agree to join if they are still tethered by unresolved matters. Thank you, and believe me, the reward you'll receive for your efforts will be priceless. And whether they agree or not, I will set out for the Grail. I will buy more time for Kurnocht.
Stay quiet. Stay safe.
I know. I'm the one who suggested it. It's the only way to get Camelot to hold off moving the Menhir. Yvain can count on me. After everything that's happened, I see now that this is the right path. Tell Yvain I'll join him on this holy mission. Go with her blessing.
If nobody's working the anvil, then it means the forge is closed, and it will stay closed until Beor gets better. Unless Bayor gets better, I'm not opening the forge. Let alone thinking about any expeditions. A woman happened. He was chasing after some girl he thought the world of. Almost ended up shuffling right off this mortal coil. One time he went to see her and didn't come back for 2 days. I looked for him all night. It was only in the morning that I found him. He was all the way on the outskirts of Kurnacht. Alive, but barely. Afterwards, he seemed to be getting better. Everything went back to normal. For a while, I could see that he was starting to struggle with swinging the hammer, until one day he just passed out completely. Now he just lies there, barely breathing. I have no idea how to help him. Nianti, Maggot, none of them know what's wrong with him either. I told him that it's no use chasing after a girl, that she'll come to him if she wants to. Stupid kid. I feel bad for him. What do I care? Whatever happened there could have been her fault, so excuse me for not running to rescue her. I only know that she wasn't from here. Bayor's wound wasn't caused by a mere boar, oh no. Hell knows what happened there. He didn't want to tell me what actually happened, but I know that youngsters in love used to visit this one cave with a spring. It was all hogwash, if you ask me. Maybe they went there and were attacked by weird beasts or something. I don't know. To be fair, I don't give a damn now, and I didn't then either. I only cared that Bayor was alive. Really? Well, if this can put Bayor back on his feet... Bayor, your wound, it changed.
What? What happened? I don't remember much. There was a cave. And a girl? She touched me. I came back and dreamt. Then there's only darkness.
That's right. And what did I always tell you about chasing after women, huh? She stole your heart, literally. You're lucky this one showed up. Otherwise, I never would have guessed you fell in love with a weird beast. Better take this to your grave if you don't want to become a laughingstock. You're so smart, and yet so stupid, eh? Well, get up now, whelp. Enough lazing about. You can take it easy today, but tomorrow you're back in the forge first thing in the morning. You've got a lot to catch up on.
I'm sorry.
And you, thank you. I'd thank the All-Mother for sending you at the last minute, but I don't want to owe her a thing. So, I'm thanking you. Finally we can get back to work. I missed it. If you ever need a smith, you can come to me. All right, back to work. Oh, hello. Do you need something? Times are tough. but I won't forget what you did for Beor. Tell me, how can old Airfear repay you? Beor is still wet behind the ears, and his heart is barely beating. Until I'm sure he can handle things, I can't leave him on his own. It all began innocently enough. Our milksop of a lord, Yvain, decided that we didn't have the right tools to unearth the riches of our land. So he sent messengers to Camelot asking for their men and equipment. It was supposed to make us richer. And it worked. for a while. They came here and resumed mining. Brought gold with them too. So for a while there, we were even happy to see new faces. Then news from Camelot arrived. The Red Death is in Kuanacht. The weirdness is getting thicker.
We declare martial law. Cut down all the trees and take the Mynheer with us. Everyone goes to Camelot.
Load of bullshit, if you ask me. The weirdness has always been here. Kuanacht has been doing just fine without the support of the dog-fuckers of the Round Table. Denholm, the one in charge of their army, came here with the Red Priests. It seems like he's well aware that his orders are stupid, and that people from Kuanacht are smarter than Camelot thinks. And now, Kuanacht is divided. Some want to leave for Camelot. Others can't imagine it. Like me. I just can't stomach leaving the land of my fathers. Beor is still wet behind the ears, and his heart is barely beating. Until I'm sure he can handle things, I can't leave him on his own. Beor is still... Beor is still wet behind...
You found her, didn't you? You went to that cave and came out alive. So that means she's dead. She wouldn't have just given you my heart back. I'm not sure. I'm guessing some kind of spell. I can't believe love could ever be that blind. Sweet All-Mother, I'm embarrassed just thinking about it. She was a monster, as you know. A beautiful one, but only on the surface. I can't believe it's over. Oh, and I didn't have a chance to express my gratitude. Although, an apology might be more fitting. You risked your life for me. That's more than I could ever ask of anyone. Even someone dear to me. So, thank you. What brings you here? You're just in time. The forge is ready. Got something for me to look at? Got something for me? In my eyes, she never looked like a monster. I remember following her to that cursed place. When we were close, she touched my heart. I felt a great pain. And then I saw what she really was. I got scared, grabbed something heavy. I managed to get away, but inside I felt emptiness. Each morning after that, the burning of my wound grew more intense. He seems stern, but he's a good, hard-working man. This time, though, it's personal. As soon as I was sure I could swing the hammer twice, I got straight to work. I'm forging a new heart. I know I've only just gotten back the one that beats in my chest, but I can feel there's something wrong with it. It's weaker. I am weaker and unsteady. It's easier for me to grow impatient and angry. More things seem to cut me deeper. I feel like my heart is poisoned. So far, all my attempts have failed. None of those hearts had the spark a forged replacement ought to have. They were far too weak to beat in a blacksmith's chest. There's a legend about the Stone Wardens. It tells that they could forge a heart stronger than any other. A heart that could make a man invincible. Sadly, I don't know much more than that. Right now, I'm just banging my head against the wall. Well, since the Stone Wardens are all Dalriata, my hands are tied. Vrel is the only person from the tribes that I know. A Dalriata selling books. And that's something, isn't it? I was planning to ask her about the legends myself, but maybe you could do it for me? Urfir will clobber me with his hammer if I shirk my work again. Thank you. I hope Vrel will be able to tell us more. It hasn't been easy for him. His entire world has begun to change around him. You've seen what they did to the trees near Connacht. For some reason, it pains Urfir no end. Even before I got sick, the Camelotians had commissioned a lot of work from us. I think he feels partially responsible for what's been happening around here. The men here in Connacht is dying. The nights have become even more dangerous. People say the weirdness is creeping closer. Perhaps the Camelotians have a point. It is difficult for me to say anything more. I just want to do my job the best I can. I've got work to do.
Oh, hello there.
I swear if I catch that bastard, I'll shove all 5 volumes right up his arse. What? Aye, something happened. Some blighter broke in and stole every book about the beautiful Liliana. Not a loose page left. That's most of my income gone in the wind. That's no something I'd like to think too much about. Aye, one of the soldiers. He threw a fit a few days ago, 'cause I wouldn't sell him the latest volume on credit. There's no chance I'd ever allow that. Give it 2 months, I'd be bankrupt. Aye, 'cause Denholm's got nothing better to do than go around asking his men if they nicked all the porn from the local Del Rita bookshop. I'd be laughed out of his tent. Can't say I wouldn't be grateful. The lad's name is Walter. He's... well, all in all, he's no a bad sort. Just a little hot-headed. So if you do find him, try not to rough him up too much, alright? Well, I've calmed down. Apologies. Welcome to Vrel's bookshop. No reading without buying. And if you're here for porn, then kindly leave before you start. Before you ask, no. I do not have any books personally signed by Merlin, nor will I fake his signature. And you're asking me because I was born in the tribes? I thought you were better than that. I have nothing to tell you. Those are legends of the Ulfr, and my people never got along with them. But I think I have some books about the Stone Wardens. Feel free to read and educate yourself on your own.
Oh, hello there. Hello there, strange-looking citizen. Are you lost, or just looking for someone? Reputation? Me? For what? Standing around looking tough? Oi, wait a moment. You think I stole those books? Beautiful Liliana is sacred to me, all right? I'd never touch Vrel's stash, I swear. I was saving up for the new volume. Now it's gone? How the hell am I supposed to know what happens to Liliana next? No! I dunno. But there's this red priest hanging around who loves scaring the crap out of soldiers. Always preaching doom and sin, you know? And you know what's worse? That damn priest saying Liliana's, inspiring moments are why I'll be cursed. He told me I'd grow hair on the inside of my palms. What kind of nutter says that to a bloke? Is that even a thing? Damn brother Ismat got me paranoid. Oh, he's probably at the Red Church headquarters. That's where they're always praying and doing whatever it is that Red priests do. Just be careful. The man's got a way of making you feel like you're already cursed. Creepy bastard. Catch you later, yeah? Don't go getting into trouble without me.
Always a pleasure to see you.
If I just stay put,
We are the sanctified martyrs. Through blood we strive for purity. We are the sanctified martyrs. Through blood we strive for purity. Through purity we serve the people. We are the sanctified martyrs. Through blood we strive for purity. We are the sanctified martyrs. Through blood we strive. We are the sanctified martyrs. Through blood we strive for purity. Through purity. We are the sanctified martyrs. Through blood we strive for purity. Through purity we serve the people.
Hey, you! Stop right there! Well, well, well. The scoundrel has been caught, and now you'll have to pay a fine. Either you do that, or our little chat will take a slightly different direction. Huh? That was easier than I thought. Now go away.
We are the sanctified martyrs. Through blood we strive for purity. Through purity we serve the people.
Yes? What reason do you have to interrupt my prayer? What could be more important than this? I know which sinner you speak of. I also know he intended to read those books, tainted with lechery. I could not allow that, because I know all too well what they do to minds prone to living in impurity, as I know what that man intended to do with his sweaty hands panting over the next chapter. He intended to stain his soul with sin. People who are lost for their entire lives don't even realize they're on a path to nowhere, that each new crossroads only leads them more astray. I only want to protect them from this. I want to ensure that their life's path would have fewer moments of doubt over whether to succumb to temptation or resist it. Of course. I am a Red Priest, after all. I know much about the struggles of the spirit, about what shatters a person's dignity, about the acts that cloud the mind with a fog. My conscience is untroubled, thanks to my penance. Leave me. I wish to pray. We are the sanctified martyrs. Through blood we strive for purity. Why do you disturb me again? Yes, I stole those books that are thick with words yet imparting no virtue, filled with vulgar, scandalous illustrations. Yes, I stole those books that are thick with words yet imparting no virtue, filled with vulgar, scandalous illustrations. What did I plan? To burn them, of course. That is what Miss Liliana deserves. That is the fate that befalls a rakish infidel. I acknowledge that sin is a natural part of the soul, yet equally natural should be penance, to free oneself from that sin. Chasteness does not come easily, but that is why it is a virtue, granting oneself relief through such primitive and vulgar acts, engaging with something as vile as these books. Have you read A Sermon on the Paths of Discipline by Brother Flamen? He makes a proper statement about those types of deviations. Hands that stray toward idle pleasures build no temple. So, what has someone like you gleaned from them? I am most curious, especially since it's written that a hand that lingers on selfish desire serves no purpose higher than itself. Know this, the seed is sacred, meant not for waste, but for the cultivation of life and the service of greater purpose. Of course it serves a purpose, a vain and impure one. Such self-gratification weakens the spirit and body. It compels the heart to submit to every fleeting whim. Meanwhile, to be men means resisting those whims, holding back the hand from striking, restraining the hand from depravity. How can a man be ready to protect his loved ones if he's so willing to blind himself through sin? Just to remind you, a blind man cannot fulfill his service either to his kin or kay, which makes him barren and forever lost. I see you didn't stop your reading of Flamen at a sermon on the paths of discipline, and you've cited the perfect passage. That's precisely the point. What ultimately guides the hand to sin is, after all, the human heart ablaze with unchecked desire. The same sermon says, "Remember, therefore, that the gift of life is for sharing and not for consuming alone." Woe, then, to the hearts driven by selfish desire, as those hearts won't listen to the word. I fear that sometimes this tone is necessary in priestly service. We know human nature all too well, do we not? Avoiding an admission of guilt does not mean avoiding punishment. Someone may treat my teachings with disdain, but ultimately, they will still stand before Kay and her word. Your words, however, are wise, and they lead towards reflection. And there it is, the image of modern humanity, knowing no virtues. Stripping purity from every aspect of life, you kill holiness. And then, in the face of life's hardships, you ask where grace has gone. Of course, that's not true. This is exactly why we serve, so that you, the common folk, do not have to find the path on your own. We are your shepherd, guiding you to greener pastures. You don't have to make your heart seek wisdom. Just listen to the teachings of the Red Church. This is not about control, my child, but about opening the eyes of those who cannot see. Would it not be better if each of us were ready to receive the prophet's word? A body that succumbs to temptation is a weak body. That is precisely why we must maintain purity, to be ready at any moment to receive the grace of the prophet. As Brother Flamen says, treat your body like a sacred place, not a disgusting brothel, as the pursuits of bodily pleasures is like blindness. Indeed, but this does not apply to everyone. Believe me, there are virtuous and chaste people in this world. The problem is even greater, as despite the common knowledge of vain practices people engage in, they still do nothing to prevent themselves. They make no effort to fight against this indulgence. Ugh, and those tomes of Liliana's stories, piling up in every bookshop. Disgusting. So, dear stranger, where did our little discourse lead you? What about my role in all of this? Where would people be without priests, striving to protect them from sin and impurity? I know not everyone will get close to sanctity. I don't believe I'm close to it myself. Yet this is the purpose of our journey, to strive towards the ideal. Only through this can we receive the final words of grace, allowing our souls to unite in the wisdom of Kay. Those lewd books are just one of many distractions that steer people away from what truly matters. Enough, stranger. I see you've tried, but I won't debate matters of faith further. I remain unshaken. The books will burn. Now, let me return to my prayer.
You doing okay?
Welcome back. Do you need any recommendations? Damned red priests. You'd think they'd have bigger problems than a bit of questionable literature. They don't have to like it. But nobody's forcing them to read it either. Well, thanks for looking into it. For whatever it's worth. One more thing. I can see you're alright. And I hope I can trust you. We need to talk. No this time. I'm not in the mood to even joke about that. This time, it's serious. A matter of life and death, you could say. There's a stone tablet in Lord Devane's manor. A Delrida relic. And I need you to get it for me. I need to ask you for something. It's serious. It might even be a matter of life and death. There's a stone tablet in Lord Devane's manor. A Delrida relic. And I need you to get it for me. Then don't do it. You could try talking to Anselm first. Maybe he'll take you more seriously. For all I know, he just doesn't like me. He wouldn't be the only one in Cunicht. Though if that doesn't work, well, maybe it's time to learn how to use a lockpick, eh? Hello again.
You doing okay?
Just keep your head down. Ah, a new face. I am Anselm, Major Domo to Lord Yvain. Any business to be done in Connacht usually passes through my hands first. Are you now? My, have the paraphernalia of the Dalriata suddenly become fashionable while I wasn't looking? That tablet seems to be gaining in popularity by the day. I told Vrel the price, 2,000, and that's final. I'm not sure why you feel the need to tell me that. You do realize I'm not actively looking for a buyer for the tablet, right? I'm just indulging a strange obsession you people seem to have with it. But fine. Do as you like. I'll be here if you decide to throw your money away on some old piece of stone.
What news? The people I told you about. Have any of them agreed to join me on the quest for the Holy Grail? I expected as much. One person is still better than none. At the very least, I'll have someone to talk to. It will make the journey easier. Still, I must admit, it only proves how little respect I command as ruler. If 2 out of 3 refuse to join a holy mission simply because it's me leading it, well, it does make one think. You've done me a great favor, so allow me to repay you. Before I depart, know this. You brought change to Connacht and earned my deepest gratitude. Let my repayment be the blessing my lineage received from King Arthur himself. Be the shield that watches over Connacht, as House Terion has done for generations.
I am his oath, the weight of duty that shields the faithful. I am the wall between order and ruin.
You can't just allow for things like that to happen. Not ever again. Not when the kingdom is beginning to find its way. You're the king, and that comes with a whole lot more responsibility. You can't let people like Merlin do what they want, even if their intentions are pure. You must see the danger now!
The memory of Seawall is my burden. Harder to bear than I'd like to admit. But I've realized that his story is what happens when power answers to no one.
Then do something so that a tragedy like that never happens again!
Palamedes, you've always spoken your mind, even when I didn't want to hear it. You've stood beside me through the darkest days and fought not for glory, but for Avalon and its people.
I have done only what I believe was right, nothing more.
Yes, and that made me realize that Merlin was wrong. The legacy I leave won't endure through the legend of a single man, whether it's me or anyone else. I decided to give my sword to the Horns of the South, to bind them not to me, but to the people. But Avalon needs more than that. It needs structures, memory, and resistance to corruption. It needs the foundation of something greater than any one of us.
A shield?
Yes. One to guard Avalon, even from itself. You've proven yourself time and again, so my shield is yours, Palamedes. Not just to wield, but to become. Let your bloodline anchor what my reign could not.
And you believe I am worthy of such a responsibility?
I will not fail you, my king.
Don't carry this burden for me, Palamedes. You never have. Carry it for Avalon. And may your name be a blessing upon this land for generations to come. Now I understand. The shield isn't an object. It's the bloodline itself. But I also remember the shield was meant to resist. Not enemies, not blades, but corruption, compromise, cowardice. Palamedes understood that. Nothing I've seen here reminds me of him. Nothing resembles the kingdom we were trying to build. Lord Yvain, a joke of a man. A mere shadow of his ancestor. Not worthy of his title, nor of leading his people. I tried to build something lasting. Something that wouldn't depend on me to survive. I distributed power, tied it to oaths, not blood. Gave regions autonomy, left behind symbols to bind them. But what we've seen so far, that's not a kingdom. That's theater. People playing at being lords and commanders, taking on roles they don't even understand. Well, my friend, they still call me the once and future king. Still hold feasts in my name. Feasts won't save them, but action might. We've wasted enough time. Let's move to the Forlorn Swords and find my crown. Let's make me whole. It's the last hope for this wretched kingdom of ruin.
I should stay out of trouble. Just passing through? Good.
Are you sure you want to do this? You can still back out. Camelot will surely forgive you for this insubordination.
I have never been more certain of anything in my life. This is the only way.
Fine. Do as you will. Look who woke up. You're a bit late, though. You missed the show. Our Lord gave a rousing speech to his subjects explaining why he's going to leave them in these dire times. I'll leave you two. I need to start cleaning up the mess you made, Yvain. And before I forget, some shady-looking character was looking for you. Didn't tell me his name, but said you're old friends. Said he'll wait nearby.
Greetings, friend of our house. What may I do for you today? Really? I hope he supports my decision to embark on a quest for the Holy Grail. Although, in truth, it doesn't really matter. I made my decision, and I'll stand by it. Whether my noble ancestor approves or not. Well, and now you are the shield of my people. I trust you will ensure that his blessing is not squandered. I had not considered it that way. I do not seek fame, only justice for my people. I want to give them the chance that Camelot failed to provide. But your words are kind. The story of my family began in glory, and in glory it will end. As soon as the necessary preparations are complete. With any luck, it won't take much longer. Ansem will assume my duties in my absence. He is my most trusted man, and he is respected by the people. For now, he's assisting me in gathering supplies. I do not know when or if I will return. Kurnocht and its people must be ready for either eventuality. I cannot say for certain, but I have faith that Ansem will manage. Truth be told, he's been the one keeping things in order for quite some time now. Since Maeve's passing, I've been all too aware of how much I've neglected my responsibilities. Camelot will keep the peace in my stead, and I can only hope that the people of Kurnocht will come to trust Denholm and his men. We may not agree on every matter, but I cannot deny Denholm's honor. When I return, it will have to be enough. And so, I thank you once more. House Terion is... no, wait. I am personally deeply indebted to you. Because of your efforts, my family has the chance to reclaim the glory it once knew. Farewell.
Well, well, look at you. Moving along nicely, aren't we? You're piecing him back together faster than I expected. We're getting closer to the end. And since you've proven yourself so capable, maybe it's time. You should have enough power now to enter his mansion. Here. Go to this place and see if the door opens for you. No. If you want to know the truth about the man pulling the strings, it's time you took a look behind the curtain. It's the house of someone I once called my employer, Orin. The same one whose plans got you out of the island asylum. I don't know. We stopped seeing eye to eye on certain things, and our relationship soured. No, not really. There's one last piece of Arthur's soul waiting for you. The third artifact. His crown, this time. You'll find it deep in the Forlorn Swords, in the capital city of Dalriata. Meet with Gerfan. He'll either attack you on sight, or explain everything patiently, depending on how he feels about... Well, you'll see for yourself. How would I know? I'd say going into Dalriata territory is a surprise all on its own. But don't worry, they've got bigger problems at the moment than you sneaking off with their sacred helmet. Once you're done, meet me at the Charred Conclave. That's where we'll finish this, one way or another.
Have some spare food or coin?
Always a pleasure to see you.
Greetings, my king. If you're seeing this message, it means Caradoc has fulfilled his task, and the wheel of destiny has begun to turn. I am Orin, your majesty's devoted servant, and the apprentice of your friend Merlin. Nothing would bring me greater joy than meeting you face to face. Alas, that must wait, for our paths have yet to cross, though I hope it will be soon. In the meantime, please treat my home as your own. Make yourself comfortable. Rest from your hardships, and seek the knowledge you require. And you, brave vessel, remember to heed your lord, King Arthur, now and always.